Hello again. I applied recently to start an ISA or ISA, that is to say an individual savings account, with a building society with which I have had an account for some years. Well, a number of decades in fact. Before they would even discuss such a thing, they sent me an email which says that, and I quote, "The following details are missing from our records: nationality and place of birth. Identification from you will be required when updating these details. We will require this information before you withdraw any funds or open a new account. Please visit your local nearest branch as soon as possible with your passport or driving license to update our records." In other words, before I can start saving any more money with them, I must show my passport. The irony is that the person with whom I most often deal at the counter of this branch is foreign and has a thick accent. I must now go and show this person my passport to prove that I can open another account with them. Something wrong there, I fancy. I wonder how many viewers missed the passing through Parliament of the 2022 Election Act. Most of you, I suspect, for it was slipped through without any fuss during last year's political turmoil. Voting in this country has always been a very relaxed and easy-going affair. You turn up at the church hall or school or wherever the polling station is and simply tell them your name and address. Then you're given a ballot paper and mark your vote. Not anymore. A couple of 100 years of tradition has now been swept aside, and you will need to present either your passport or driving licence if you wish to vote. No recognised ID, no vote. In the description to this video I give a link to the government website which explains all this. I need hardly add that this law has been brought in because of bad behaviour by immigrants in places like the London borough of Tower Hamlets, where corrupt electoral practices have become rife among those from Bangladesh and Pakistan, where such things are common, of course. Even renting a flat requires a British person in his own country to prove his nationality, most usually by showing his passport. This is a legal requirement, and I also give a link, again from the government's own website, which gives details about this. You must provide a passport or immigration document confirming that you have a right to be in this country. In other words, I was born here and my family have lived here for 1,000 years, but I must still prove my right to live in Britain if I wish to rent a flat. Open a bank account? Same thing. Apply for a mortgage? Passport, please. I need not tell viewers that this dreadful state of affairs, where we are called upon to prove our identity and right to live in our own country, has been brought about entirely by admitting so many crooked foreigners to our country. At one time, opening a bank account or renting a room was a simple matter of handing over a sum of money and signing one's name. That's all over. Of course, the government is secretly delighted by all this because it allows them to demand an ever-increasing amount of information about us and to poke their noses into every aspect of our lives. Just remember, the next time you turn up to vote and have to hand over your passport to prove your right to do so, that this is a direct consequence of unrestricted immigration, and that the shocking changes in our practices is entirely due to dishonest foreigners whom successive governments have allowed to colonise Britain.